Yeah, let somebody think you're not gonna yell back at your little punk ass. Fuck out of here.
No position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to Sooner Nation in Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium, as we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Nittany Lions will kick it away to start us off. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The give to the back. Got enough for the first down and wants more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
That's a nice run. This guy has it all, doesn't he? He has speed, he has shiftiness, and he has power. The power reminds me of an old, great Sooner running back, Marcus Dupree. Arguably one of the most gifted runners college football has ever seen. A guy that didn't quite pan out at the NFL level because of injuries. This dude has it in him, but I'm sure he's reminding a lot of people in the stadium right now of good old Marcus Dupree.
How about that? Just really nice catch by the big tight end. Throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
On the move to the right, looking for a big one. Really good job when this play went off script, and that's the job of a tight end. Find the soft spot and stay in the quarterback's field of vision.
Yeah, and it's just frustrating to play this kind of style of quarterback. It's always going to extend the play, make it harder on you as a defense. You got to guard longer in the back end, and just did a nice job getting outside the pocket and getting it to the big fella tight end.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the second level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Sooner. The Sooner Schooner doesn't have a tight turning radius, but it can rev up the Oklahoma crowd, David.
Man, Get them started, get them going early, test the limits, get in the end zone, get these people going bananas, just safely. You know, go bananas, go crazy, but, you know, don't do too much and don't, you know, don't fall over in your seats.
This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. From the shotgun, the inside give. Breaks into the open. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Off the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. Bringing it back. Inside the 30. Inside the... And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Off the play fake on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Well, this defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They're able to...
There he goes. He has the first and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Nittany Lions move the change with some signature hard-nosed running.
Some Big Ten physicality, some Big Ten running the football. Gotta have it. Gotta start with that when you're in the Big Ten. I mean, you're at Penn State.
And the Nittany Lions want to crank the tempo.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work. But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved when I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
And they can't make the connection on third down.
Penn really playing the same defense every fucking play.
Third and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in the back door.
4th down and 12 is 4-down territory for this offense. Complete out of the backfield. Right on the money with that throw. The defense was there, but they are in the red zone with a first down at the 12. The Nittany Lions will snap it on 1st and 10. Red pass, it's complete. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yours.
Quick pass on the fly motion. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Nittany Lions, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Motion from the wideout. Trying to run it in. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Back to pass. It's complete on the right side. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State!
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that, and once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Williams looking for a man. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one.
Man, that's one you expect him to make in his sleep, right? He's one of the better receivers in the entire country. He just dropped that one over the middle of the field.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. He showed off the stiff arm, but apparently he needed a couple more. A lot of defenders around to stop him.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is...
He's got it along the sideline. Turns it on down the left side. Touchdown Sooners. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the 2nd quarter. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. They've got a 1st down here to open the period. Looking to throw on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Grabbed over the middle, it's Reynolds. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. It's a 1st and 10. They just keep firing. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Rush is on him. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
What a nice answer by this defense. You give up the big play, you respond right back, you get the sack, create some momentum for your side. Nice job by this defense staying with it.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
They really just sitting that defense the whole way.
Absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Got it behind the line. It's Wallace. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up fourth.
Gonna take a shot. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. After that big play, they're trying to pay it off right on the goal line. A first down run on the doorstep. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. After getting nothing done on first down, 2nd and goal from the 6. Quick pass on the jet motion. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
2nd and goal, the defense was not fooled. It looked like they knew exactly when that guy came in motion across the formation. They said he's getting the football. They played uphill, get the tackle for a loss, and force a 3rd down and goal situation.
Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. Wide out trying to get it in. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! It's a much-needed life from this offense as they try to cut away at this lead.
No doubt. Needed something to go right. If you're down, you got to make plays. You got to get your team back in it. Great start. Keep chipping away.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
A really good play by this defense, seeing it, attacking it, going and getting it. Obviously, they're running the RPO. They weren't fooled. They played the run, came up, made a nice tackle, got the running back on the ground.
Firing to the right, complete. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Shakes off the defender.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Makes the stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. And the Sooners will snap it on 1st and 10. Williams will pass. Might be looking to run. Throwing on the run. Touchdown, Oklahoma! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. South Alabama is in front. They've answered the bell today, but they still have to finish the job, and that is no sure thing right now. They're up by a field goal over Northwestern. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And that's a really nice route by the wide receiver. Just understanding I got to win right now. I got to get inside of that guy. And I know I'm going to get contact. You run over the middle of the field on a slant, you're going to get hit. Nice job.
It's a running room. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
And what a massive play for the offense. Not only getting the football across the 50, but they've now put themselves in position to steal a few more points here before the half.
Off the play fake on 1st down. The throw. Moving out of the pocket. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Trying play action. Looking to the big tight end. Nearly picked off there, and he might be the last guy on the field you'd expect to drop that one. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. They'll give it to the back. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. They're a perfect 2 for 2 on fourth down. They'll go for the hat trick. Trying to do it on the ground. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Under fire. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. They'll immediately call timeout.
Finally, a defense. Looks like they're able to break serve here. These offenses have been up and down the field now, these last 2 drives apiece, scoring points. But the sack right there finally puts an end to that, we think. Setting up fourth down, and that might be a major play so far in this game to give them a lot of momentum moving forward.
Now from inside the red zone. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Finds a soft spot in the middle. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Wants to fire on second down. Got it in the middle. It's Adams. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He'll set up to throw. Fires to the end zone. And it's incomplete as he was trying to finish the drive with a score.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football. And you saw that there on the incompletion.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Quarterback wedging it in there on the quarterback sneak. Scores on the sneak.
And that's a touchdown this offense absolutely had to have to keep it to a 1-possession game before going in at halftime. That touchdown is going to do wonders for this team's confidence.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. He'll bring it out. It's Kearney. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Williams looking for a man. Starting to feel a little pressure. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Trying to take it back. Touchdown, Penn State! What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that.
And that defensive touchdown all started with getting pressure on the quarterback. It was the hit on the QB that forced the errant throw. That was an easy interception and an easy pick 6.
And he added the extra.
I'll take it.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Sooners will line up to kick off and start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. The second half always fun to watch. See what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Paul? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We'll find out here.
Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge third down play. Looking to throw for it. And this is going to be incomplete on third down.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the third quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the field. Maybe that's the play the defense needs now to spark some momentum.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. Oh, he's got some space. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily. The Nittany Lions getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Lets it fly deep downfield. Oh,
that opportunity.
They took a shot on first down and just about turned the thing over.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open.
Fires toward the end zone.
Oh,
and it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, giving up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
Another incompletion on third down.
Really nice third down sub-defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass. They're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback. Now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
Absolutely perfect. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. Williams will pass. Bought a little time, lets it go. Caught over the middle. It's Washington. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. Perfect play call for that big gain to open the drive. Now here they come on 1st and 10. The RPO fire complete to the left.
That's the bullshit I be talking about.
He's loose down the left side. Touchdown Sooners. And that one will give him the lead. Go ahead and have a day at the wideout position. You stack up some games like this, and you can take down D.D. Westbrook's record of 17 touchdowns in a season.
Man, I just want to play in this offense. If I'm a receiver across the country, I know every year Oklahoma's going to spread the ball around, throw it around. You're going to have plenty of opportunities, and he is cashing in those opportunities with just touchdown, touchdown, touchdowns.
I'm just throwing it to one speedy-ass dude.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
The Nittany Lions can really attack on this 2nd and short. Quick release by the QB. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. try to get it through the air. That's caught. It's Reynolds. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Well, look what's happening now. Old Uncle Mo has hit the transfer portal and is changing sidelines. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Blasted as he lets it go.
So you want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human. Keep getting hits on him. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there on that block.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires downfield. Working on the right. And
that's the high ball I've been looking for, boy.
They get it to the 29-yard line.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
And the Nittany Lions can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on 3rd down. They'll try to power their way ahead.
So ain't no plays, they can keep working, buddy.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And the point after is good. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. They'll corral that squib kick just inside the 15. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Quarterback making checks. Williams looking for a man. Finds his man. It's Tees. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. Open a drive like that, it opens a world of possibilities. First down from the 43. To the air on first down. Caught near the sticks. It's Kearney. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. There's no need to panic or anything, but this would be a really opportune time to put something together and try to take control of this game.
And sometimes you just come out as the favorite, and you're a little bit flat, and you expect to win. And sometimes that leads to slow starts, but I think if they can get that passion, that adrenaline, they get a little fired up right here, I think they'll take care of business.
And they just got to make a play. They just got to get something positive to happen here, sort of wake them up, and then put another play back-to-back, and all of a sudden they get that momentum going. We know they've got the dudes. They've got the studs on both sides of the ball to win this football game. It just needs to start with one spark.
The Sooners with the 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Quickly complete. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. And the Sooners with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll run it from the gun. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Pulls it and fires to the left. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Quarterback may change this route. Williams will pass. And he can't grab the bullet pass on 3rd down.
This is a no-brainer right now. After that incompletion, trailing by what you are in this area of the field, 4th and short, just kick the field goal. It's what you need to give yourself a chance to win.
It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And here in the 4th quarter, this game is tied.
I'm not always the most positive guy towards kickers. We all know that. But how about that, man? First opportunity in the game in the 4th quarter when your team needed it. The game now tied because of his foot.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Grabbed behind the line. It's Wallace. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. The Nittany Lions have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle. It's Denmark. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Caught behind the line.
Go for the kick.
Really nice job there to pick up the 1st down and get it to their own 41. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw again. Throws to the tight end. Got him downfield.
Big boy.
He'll work his way down to the 28.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Pass to
like a hole to me.
Still running. Touchdown, Penn State! They've got the lead here in the 4th. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive. Just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run or loading the box, and still this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Zings it complete to the right. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you know, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Quick strike complete. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. The Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it from the gun. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. The Sooners in a good spot here with second and short. Williams looking for a man. Quickly complete. Taken out of bounds.
What, Mama?
Good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. And the
So then open the orange for it.
quickly down the field. Out of the gun to give to the back. Breaks the tackle.
Mama, get out of here. Get out of here.
The defense doing a great job committing
Yeah,
to the
you
run.
fucking want to talk to me?
To the run like this,
The fuck?
obviously, you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you
I
gotta
don't give a
stop the
fuck
run
about
first.
your attitude.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Looking to
Girl, I don't give a fuck.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout.
Your man talking ass up.
For a play to close this deal out.
Fuck. Keep on talking shit.
So can the defense get one more stop, one more time, and hold on to this lead? Fires to the big
Get his
zone.
ass.
He gets it so close to the
Damn,
first
I thought
down
that was
marker,
fourth
but I
down.
think he's going to be a touch short. Might be changing the route. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Gets rid of it.
Get his ass. There you go. Get
Just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. And that decision will be questioned for a while. Everybody and their brother showing blitz. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Wants to go up top. Grabbed behind the line. It's Adams. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge third down play. He's looking downfield to throw. Fires to the right. And the deflection by the defense brings up fourth down.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You
That was a lucky ass tip.
You did the opposite. You got in the bad
That's a
situation,
lucky
threw
as
the
fuck.
football, stop the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the fourth quarter.
Coverage team was down.
They got
there.
one time
They
out.
made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. Williams will pass. He's taking a deep shot.
Man, give me my fucking pick.
He just about put this game away if he'd been able to hold on to that one. Instead, it's second down. Couldn't
Yeah.
make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air on second down. Throws for the tight end. Wide open downfield. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Makes the grab on the left. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. They go right back to this guy on second and goal. Offense will use a timeout. 19 seconds left in the game.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Trying to bully their way in. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. The Sooners come to the line in the hurry-up. Again.
No! Get your ass down!
They stop for this defense, and they get the ball back. They've got them pinned back, and they're trying to rattle their eardrums. Listen to this crowd. Handoff from the gun. Not much running room here thanks to this senior defender. Guys, this is a type of signature win that can set the tone for the future of a program.
And this is the crazy thing about college football with 18 to 22-year-olds. On any given day, anything can happen. And, David, you got to give this team so much credit. They played with their hair on fire and got a tremendous win.
And to keep the belief, like, to understand, like, I've got a chance to come in and win this game and not just give us lip service. They told us this could happen throughout the week, but they believed. Even when it got a little difficult, got a little up in the air, they kept fighting, they kept believing, and they get the huge win.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
That was a good game on the line. I shut that running down. He was guarding me up with the pass game. That one fucking dude right there, 95 speed. Damn, he got a running back that got 99 speed. Another wide receiver, he got fast motherfuckers. To stop that boy. Tight end with